All the way up, everyone! Welcome to another episode of the ASM Scholarships podcast. We are back. It's your host here, Chris Fidel, founder of ASM Scholarships, with VP Brendan Williams. What's up, Brendan?
What's going on, guys?
Good. So we are going to be discussing on this episode, I think this will be a good one.
I like it.
This one's going to be, do you need basically a recruitment agency to help you?
And 99% of people are going to say no, but we're going to say yes.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Yes and no.
Depends on the questions.
I don't know. We'll see.
It's going to be a good one, right?
We'll see.
I know when I was a kid, we got some questions here prepared for this one as well. I'm going to put this up on the computer. Where is it? Here it is.
There we go.
I know when I was doing this, I thought, I just thought you just email the coach and that would work, right? Mm-hmm. But that didn't work. And actually, when we get to one of these questions we kind of prepared, one of them was actually the reason why I got through to a coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what the point of this episode is we're going to try to help you figure this out. Do you need to work with an agent, like an agency, someone that can help you, or are you actually okay doing this on your own?
Right. It's like a pro athlete. It's like if you want to get pro contract, like if you're good enough, you probably could do it on your own.
Yeah, but no one ever does.
Right, exactly.
No one ever does. Well, let's get into it then. So can I get recruited myself? Let's help you find out if you fit into, we've made these two boxes, right? So if you listen to this on SoundCloud, iTunes, we're now on Spotify as well. I believe we're also on Pandora, lots of stuff now. We are going to have a link to this in those podcast streams. You can actually click this. If you're watching on YouTube, welcome YouTube. You can actually probably see this as well on your screen. So we made two boxes. Red, which is like we recommend you need our help, and blue, you probably don't. A lot of people say always that you must work with someone. It's not always the case, but it is advisable. We'll kind of help you understand why. So if you fit into the blue box, you don't need our help. If you fit into the red box, you need our help. So let's get into that. So red, first question. If you're in red, I don't know any college coaches. Mm-hmm. If you're in the blue box, yes, I do know many college coaches. The key word here, personally.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of kids think, well, yeah, I know the coach at Stanford, UCLA, because I went on their website, found their email. That means you don't know them.
Right.
Like you just went on their website and messaged them. This means like you could actually you have their cell phone number, or you know them, like they're your friend.
Maybe you talk to them in person or at a tournament or something like that.
Yeah. Well, normally they won't come talk to you though because of the rules.
Yeah,
right?
if you're under the age of June 15th, yeah.
Yeah, they won't be able to talk to you. So like the reason this is important is think about if a friend comes to you and says, hey, let's check out this new golf range or this new sports academy or this restaurant, you're going to listen to them. If it's someone you don't know just emails you and says, hey, check out this restaurant, you're going to be like, who the heck is this? Right. Like, so this is like, we know these coaches personally, so I know when you speak to a lot of coaches, Brendan, like you call them, they know who you are.
It's their cell. Like for a lot of these schools, you could look up, I mean, this is all public information, you can look up coaches' emails, you can look up their office number, but can you get their cell? So sometimes when I call coaches on their cell phone, they're at tournaments or they're recruiting.
Yeah.
Obviously they pick up, they say, oh, maybe schedule another call or whatever it might be, too busy, whatever it is, but I can always get a hold of them, versus you call an office line, you may or may not get them, or that office line is like the athletic director's number, so then you have to go through another person to get the coach. So
exactly.
Yeah.
So that's what that means. Let's go to the next question. We've got quite a few, so we want to get through them, right?
Yeah.
So I know how to, this is if you're in the no camp, I know how to create an effective introduction email. So if you think you do know how to do that, you'd be in the blue camp, you'd say, yes, I've done it many times. If you're in the no camp, you'd say, no, I don't know.
You don't know how to do that, right?
I know I didn't. I thought I did. When I emailed Stanford when I was like 15 or 16, I can't remember how it was now. I was like, hey, Stanford coach. I didn't even call the coach by his name. I just wrote, hi, coach. And I was like, hey, I play F+3. I'm a really good player, golf player from England. Would love to get a full ride scholarship. Like, that is not what you do.
No.
But loads of people do that. It's got worse now. I think kids do worse emails than that one.
Well, for Stanford particularly, a lot of those coaches, they only have their emails on public, on the website. Yeah. So that's the only way you can get a hold of them. I mean, there may not even be an office number you can get. Yeah,
a lot of schools don't even put a number in.
Yeah.
If you already have email coaches, it'd be interesting. The question you should ask yourselves: did you get a response?
Yep.
If you did, that's a good sign.
Yeah. It depends on the response.
It depends on the response.
So they might be saying, "Oh, keep me updated on your scores." And usually that's kind of
that's not a good sign.
No.
That's not a good sign. That means they're not that interested.
Yeah.
Think about it, right? And for kids, I'm going to try to do stuff you can relate to. If you are trying to date a girl when you're like 14, 15, and you go up to a girl and say, hey, can we go on a date? And she says, yeah, I'm a bit busy right now, but
I'll get back to you.
Yeah, that's the same as saying keep me updated on your
Exactly.
scores. But if like, yeah, sure, what are we gonna do? Like a coach in this world would say, hey, that's awesome. Let's get on it. Let's get a phone
Schedule a call.
Exactly.
Boom.
Exactly.
Yep.
Now we don't need to send emails because we just call the coach. So that's an advantage of us working with you. But let's go next one. I don't know how to make a profile to showcase my information, right? And then if you're in the yes camp, yes, already have one set up. Right, a lot of kids when a coach is interested in you, if you don't have like a professional resume ready to go, you just gonna look like an amateur.
Right, or even just having everything together. I mean, you might have a profile, but you might have some things missing, or you just don't have everything together.
Like this is a good one for parents to understand. When you apply for a job, you have a resume that's professional. And what's the first thing you do? You send your resume to companies. If they like you, then you get that interview, right? But if resume is bad, that doesn't get you through the door.
Right.
And that's what's happening here. A lot of times, you send an email out, then you have the resume. If the resume is bad, it just doesn't work.
No.
So knowing and understanding what should be in that resume to get that coach's attention. Okay. I like this one a lot. I don't know what college coaches look for in a highlight video. That's the no camp, yes camp. Yes, I've already got 100 plus views. If you've got a video that college coaches are watching and they're reaching out to you because of that, that's a really good sign.
Yeah.
But a lot of you guys will have we've seen a lot of times on YouTube of clients that come to us asking us for help. We review what they've already done, and it's just like we understand why coaches aren't reaching back to you because the video is bad.
Yeah, we had a video today actually. Just the way the video was structured, the client was getting some junior college interest.
Right.
The way it was structured differently to have a little bit more kind of wow and pizzazz in the beginning to get that attention, because usually coaches watch first 30 seconds, and if they're not interested, then that's it. They're not going to watch a 4-minute video.
It's like when you watch YouTube, you don't like that video, next one.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. So if you have your good stuff at the end, I mean, that was the difference between a D1 school and a junior college.
You got D1 because we changed
D1
video?
because we changed the video.
Wow, that's awesome. So that's a good thing, right? So think about the video. You want to make sure that video, because that is one of the biggest parts of recruitment, is having a good, especially for basketball, American football, soccer.
Oh yeah, all team sports.
Yeah,
really.
Team sports, that's huge. Okay, I don't know how scholarship negotiations work and when recruitment deadlines are, right? That's a no camp question. Yes camp, you'd be, yes, I know how to effectively negotiate between university using scholarships and leveraging strategies. This is something that I feel like if a kid says they know this, they're just lying to themselves. Unless their parents were like former scholars, then they would understand.
Or maybe
that.
their friend or brother or sister went to a school and they know about it maybe.
I mean, this I've learned over the years. This wasn't something I learned in a weekend. This was something I learned over many years of doing this, is, knowing when to ask a coach about the scholarship money.
Yep.
Then understanding if you only have one. I mean, I met a parent the other day in Orlando. He was a golf parent. And he thought he had like scholarships, and we figured out he actually only had interest. And then he realized he only had one school, which was Iowa, interested in him. And then he thought that he'll be in a negotiation position to negotiate his deal with coach. I was like, what leverage do you have? Like, you've only got one option. Like, if you, again, to parents, you're selling your house, if you have 5 buyers versus 1, what's better?
Exactly.
It's obvious, right? You want to have more options. So, and then depending on who those options are, if that's the competitor of that school you're trying to go to, that's leverage.
Yeah, but junior college and a D1, it's
not leverage.
It's not leverage.
So, understanding that, that's massive. That's, I think, where we can really advise our clients a lot more in. All right, next one. I don't have references, or you would say, yes, I have references from former NCAA Division I college coaches is a key thing, I think, here.
It's a good segue into our new
coaching program. Yeah. So a lot of, I actually had a client this morning, a message, he was like, I said, what are your references? And he goes, what references? I'm like, dude, I already know where he fits in the red box. Because references are people that are credible. Ideally, if you have references from former D1 coaches, which is what most of our placement staff are, former D1 or D2 at NIA, that's really credible. Because what it tells a current coach is, if you have a D1 coach or a former D2 NIA coach backing you up, that's like safety. That means like you've been approved, coaches trust coaches. Like, that's why we have all coaching staff now in our placement team. Like,
and they know the standard.
Yeah, and in our new coaching program, like, you're going to be working with actually former coaches to advise you on all these things. So if you know coaches, like, I mean, if your parents knew an old coach, that would help. Like your current swing coach or club coach or your soccer coach, rugby coach, if it's a golf club, if you're a swing coach, like, that's a good reference, but it's not a strong reference unless that coach is like world renowned.
Right.
Like in golf.
Or send multiple players to a school or something like that, maybe.
Yeah, like if you had, say, David Beckham as your reference, that helps.
Yeah.
Or Tiger Woods or someone like that, that's pretty strong, right? Because they also play, like, Tiger Woods played at Stanford.
Yeah.
So if he's backing you up, not only was he the world's number one golfer, probably arguably one of the best of all time, plus he played at Stanford, that's good.
Yeah.
But not many people will be able to get that as a reference. Okay, I don't know what the clearinghouse is. Or you'd say, already have been approved, and my ID number is... I bet half people listening to this have no idea what the clearinghouse is. I'm just going to leave it out there.
Yeah, I mean, the clearinghouse,
you don't know what it is.
It's a very in-depth process. So for the guys and girls that don't know what it is, you're definitely behind the boat on this one, because it does take a significant amount of time to get it done, especially if you don't have all the different things to add in. So if you haven't taken your SAT, haven't taken your TOEFL if you need it, submitted your transcripts, I mean, all of these things, I mean, it's quite an extensive process.
And if you get a problem with that, I'm actually going to skip a couple of questions we have here. We had one on the NCAA itself. Where was that one?
I don't know anyone in the NCAA.
There you go. I don't know anyone in the NCAA to solve a problem in case one arises. Or you'd say, yes, I have a friend who works at the NCAA who can help me. We deliberately said here, we have a friend.
Yeah.
If you have a friend, because we do have friends that work there.
We do.
So we can just call them, and any problem that happens with the NCAA clearinghouse, eligibility issues, we can call them, we can get it sorted out. So that's kind of why I've been a little bit sarcastic there and said, do you have a friend that works there? Because you could just call the hotline.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get your problems sorted out straight away with that. And I remember when I was a kid calling that hotline, you're there 45 minutes just on hold.
Yeah, and then sometimes you get through, and they may not even be able to talk to you because you don't even have your ID number. You just got to get it done. You got to get your ID number.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, I don't know which universities would be interested in me or which universities actually have scholarship money. Mm-hmm. I think that's a big thing, because or you'd say, I already have several universities interested in me and I've been offered concrete, written scholarship offers, which is where a lot of parents and athletes go wrong. They think that scholarship is interest.
Or interest is scholarship.
Yeah. They think when a coach is interested, like, so you send an email, they write back to you, okay, send me, keep me up to date with your offers, like you mentioned, or not your offers, your results. Mm-hmm. They think, oh, I've got a school interested in me, I'm going to get a scholarship offer from that. Like, you're so wrong.
Right.
You're so wrong.
Right.
Interest is completely different to offers, and an offer is still not a concrete offer unless it's in writing and they're making you an official offer.
Yeah, that brings us to the next one, the NLI.
Yeah, so I don't know what the NLI is. Already signed it. If you already signed it, you definitely don't need our help.
Right.
Like, you're in.
You're in.
Right? But a lot of people don't know what I'm not even going to explain what the NLI is, because it just proves that you don't know and you need to, like, get help with this, right? So it's like buying a house. Someone makes you an offer, doesn't mean you got the deal. Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, if your parents listening to this and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that when that person made us offer a house, we thought we sold it, but then it fell through. It's the same thing can happen here.
Or even going back a little bit, so if someone says, or school coach says they're interested, they might come back with a 30% scholarship offer where you still need to pay $20,000, or then they might be stringing you along and showing you interest, and then you get the bill and you go, there's no way I can pay this.
That happens a lot. So a lot of people think they're going to get a great offer, and then it comes back like only 20-30%, and they're like, I can't afford $20,000.
That's your only offer.
And then you're screwed. And what do you do then? Most people don't do it then. Okay. I don't know what exams and scores I need, like the SAT test. Like, they don't know what score they need on the SAT test. Some people don't even know what the SAT test even is. Right. So that, or you'd say, yes, I know exactly what SAT score I need. To which university I'm trying to get into, because the SAT can help you a lot of academic money as well.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a massive
big difference maker.
I don't know. Oh, you did the NCAA one. I don't know what an I-20 is, or you'd say, if you say this, I've already signed it. You're in. Like, you shouldn't be contacting us.
You're past the NLI. You're past.
You're going to college, man. Like, you're done. But if you don't know the I-20 is, we'll give you a hint. It's to do with your visa. Only necessary for international students, not Americans. Mm-hmm. But it's a complicated process, so you want to make sure you do those things correct, because that would hamper your visa. You want to do the next one, Brendan?
Yeah. I don't know what type of student insurance I will need. And then obviously the answer is yes, I know which American insurer will provide me the medical protection I will need. So for those of you guys and girls that don't have health insurance or don't have an idea of what health insurance coverage you'll need as a student athlete or a student in the U.S., you have to have a special provider that the university accepts.
Yeah.
So some internationals might come over with their insurance back home, and that doesn't carry over, or the university doesn't accept it.
Yeah, I remember seeing some people that were doing it themselves, and it went really bad for them because they thought their local insurance provider, I think it was Bupa or something, would cover them in the States, and it was like a nation coverage, it wasn't international coverage.
Right.
So they actually had, it was actually a kid in my school, and he got injured, went to school to the doctor, and they said, okay, where's your insurance? And they gave his insurance, and they're like, this doesn't work here, you're going to have to pay. And it was like $3,000 you had to pay for his injury.
No.
So you don't want to, there are a lot of ties from that now. Like, it's harder to come over on no insurance because you won't get your visa.
Yeah.
But then some people, what they do is the visa people don't check the insurance that much. It's more the school.
Or they don't call the school and get it pre-approved.
Yeah, so you want to make sure you do that right, because it's not cheap over here if you have a problem. Okay, I don't know what to do if the coach removes my sports scholarship, or you'd say, I know exactly what to do. I think this one is the one where a lot of people don't think about long term. They think, okay, I'll do this my process myself, I'll get the scholarship, you get a scholarship. Your coach removes your scholarship after year one because you didn't think about what contingencies to put in your agreement with the school. So the coach is really at the mercy, he can do whatever he likes, and then you now are left with a bill for $40,000 and you have no clue what to do next.
Yeah. Or in a separate note that could get your sports scholarship removed is academically not getting you to a place where you're eligible, and so the coach just kicks you off the team.
Yeah.
So you could have that happen to you. But I mean, obviously that's why someone that's educated with the process knows what to do. I mean, for instance, ASM and what we do. I mean, we can transfer you. That's an easy way.
Yeah.
Second one is talking to the coach and seeing what had happened, if we can find a solution.
We would never let you get to that point because we always check in with the coach every couple of months and see how you're doing, how you're progressing, right? So like you would never, if we would pre-predict that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Coach would already tell us like, okay, I think we're going to release this player, so we can have a chat with you and the family and say, look, we should start looking at other options. But because we're always chatting to so many coaches every single day, we can find options like that done.
Yeah.
Where you are going to be stuck. Right, and traditionally what you see is those players then go to worse universities if they're on their own because they don't know what they're doing, just take whatever they can get, they're desperate.
Yeah, or they stay there, not on the team,
and they pay,
and then you gotta pay.
Yeah, and that's not cheap. I don't know how to apply academic scholarship and sports scholarships together to combine the best value. A lot of people have great academic grades, they forget you can actually get academic money along with your sports scholarship if you're not getting a full ride and maximize that. Okay, I don't know what events or tournaments I should be playing in to maximize my opportunities, or you already do know what those are and you're fine, but most people we see don't. They think they know.
Yeah, I mean golf specifically, I mean you probably know more than me, but I think a lot of people just play stuff in their home country.
Yeah, they just do. Yeah.
So
I mean, it depends. This is a thing though. Like, if you haven't got the budget to go around different places, then that's fine. But then we need to relay that story to the coach, and then pick events that you can afford to go to, and it's going to be still good to get exposure.
If you have aspirations of getting to like the UCLAs and the Stanfords and stuff like that,
you need to be playing at a big. Well, I mean, if you're any sport, you need to be playing at the top level no matter what.
Yeah.
Right. And then what happens a lot of times is the kids, they think that they're playing in the best they're already, and they're actually not, and then they set their goals higher than they can actually reach.
Right.
But if they actually did the right tournaments, they could get them. Or they could come into a D2 then transfer to that if they did well. So, alright, final question. I think this is probably we left the best till last. I don't know when I should start my college recruitment process. Or you're like, yes, I do know the key college recruitment deadlines, like early signing period, and how this affects my sports scholarship percentage.
Yeah. A big one, actually, yesterday, me and Priscilla had a call. We had a tennis player, academically great, and he goes, I'm going to get my process started in February, which we're now, and we're in October. Yeah. He wants to go Ivy League, but the deadline for Ivy League applications is January.
Right, so not much time. Yeah. This is my biggest thing. So what I did, I think, so long ago now, but I mean, I remember emailing the coaches, got no replies, and kind of left it like a year and started trying again. And that time was a nightmare for me because I should have been doing this at 14, 15 to get to those top D1 programs. But when we go back to the earlier question, we went up here, I think it was where was it here? I don't know which university. Actually, not even that one. This one. Like, I don't know any college coaches because when I was 16, 17, I didn't know any college coaches. But the guy who ended up helping me was a former coach who did, and he's a guy that was able to get me to the schools I had the choices of going to.
Right.
So having someone who knows someone is good, but the problem with that guy, he only knew like 2 coaches.
Yeah.
Like, so I was limited to just that, and that's the other thing. A lot of kids will do. They're like, oh yeah, but I know my coach knows like 3 coaches. Cool, that's great. Maybe you don't need an agency as long as you like those schools and don't care about that.
Yeah.
But would you? This is the only one time you get this chance. You cannot do this again when you're our age. Would you rather know all your options? What are they?
Right. Well, even going back to the last question about the timelines and deadlines, let's say you're using your coach or someone you know to do your recruitment.
Yeah.
When are you starting it? When are they starting it for you?
Yeah.
Are they starting it too late? Whatever it might be. So, I mean, it's important that they know or you know the deadlines and when it's full and when it's not, stuff like that.
Yeah. I think that's the beauty of our program is that we have access to all the coaches. We have a full-time team here in the US and internationally. We've got teams now in London, South Africa, new one coming in Panama. We're in Spain now, Portugal, France we're starting. We're going pretty much everywhere we can right now. And also I think the strongest thing that we have is when you're in our program, I think it's the biggest beauty to why it works so well, is the guys that are working with you to do your placement are former coaches.
Yeah.
So if you don't know coaches, well, we'll connect you to former coaches that know the current coaches that will then get you through the door much faster. Yeah. And then we'll coach you in what you need to do to not mess it up. How you respond to an email, how you speak to a coach in an interview, what do you do on an official visit. There's so many little things that add up that you need advice on. Because everyone in this office had something that went wrong for them, and that's why everyone's so passionate about, I think, working here, because they know like you can do so much better if you have the right advice and get the bigger offers if you take this seriously. Right. And a lot of time kids don't have the time. Like they don't have time to do this properly. So if they ask someone to do it for them, it's much easier. No, it's true. It's absolutely true. I mean, just kind of going back to this, I think that a lot of people, it might be a big wake-up call. They think that they can do this, but be honest with yourself when you're going through these questions. It's okay to be in the red, and it's okay to say you're in the blue. It's fine. Dude, man, there's some people that has this pride thing. They just want to do it themselves. That's fine. Yeah. But just bear in mind that this is not easy, and you're up against professionals like us. Right. That's all we're saying. I mean, like, you know, I always say to a parent or an athlete, like, how many times have you placed athletes? And they'll say, none. There's your answer. Right, you've never done this before, but yet you think you know what you're doing. Yeah. Right, so if it's like any athlete can understand this one, right? Most, I say 99.9% of athletes have a coach. Yep. Who's got them to the point they're at today, right? Could you have done that yourself? And maybe. Very realistically, though, very like some people do. There's some exceptions, but majority of people are better because they got great coaching. Right, but why do they get the coaching now? Because they want to get better. There you go. Right. Or they want the results. Yeah, you want the results. Yeah. So if you want results in this, could you coach yourself? Maybe. But would you get better results with a professional? Absolutely. Yep. That's the question you have to. How bad do you want this? Is this something you really want? Right. If not, then you probably don't want to work with someone because you're not that into it. But if you are and you're serious, get serious about your future. Work with professionals that can make these things happen for you. So if you've enjoyed this podcast, please share it with a friend. We do this for free. That's our only fees. You just say, let someone else know. We really appreciate it. It's helped our podcast grow massively and more people being able to benefit from it. We appreciate that. Brendan, thank you for your time today. Yeah, absolutely, guys. And, absolutely. If you are looking for some help, definitely go on our website, asmscholarships.com. We have lots of good resources there. Or fill in an application. Our team will reach out to you and we'll see if you have what it takes. We'll give you some good advice. Yeah, if you guys have questions as well, comment below on the YouTube or other social media panels that those will be on. So we got a new iPhone giveaway coming soon. We got the new iPhone, what's this, the 11 Pro? 11 Pro 512 gigabytes. It's going to be on our Instagram channel. Lovely. Instagram channel coming soon in October. We're going to be doing a giveaway for that. We're giving away, 4 phones now? we should get a contract with Apple, man. I mean, like, we're giving away 1 laptop, 4 phones. I think we gave away earbuds as well. The AirPods. Oh, that's it. The AirPods. Yeah. Yeah, we need to get a contract at the Apple Store. We're probably giving away like $3,000 of merch. Easy. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it very, very much, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you next podcast. Thanks a lot, guys.